The 1944 United States 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln wheat penny, is a coin that has taken the numismatic world by storm and continues to surprise collectors with its immense value. What makes this coin so fascinating is the historical backdrop of World War II, when the U.S. Mint made critical decisions about the materials used in coinage. In 1943, pennies were made from steel coated with zinc to save copper for the war, but in 1944, production shifted back to copper, using recycled ammunition shells. However, a small number of mistakes and experimental strikes created some of the rarest and most expensive coins in American history. This is why collectors obsess over the 1944 penny. It's not just a piece of change, it's a symbol of history, rarity, and potentially life-changing value. One of the most famous and valuable varieties is the 1944 steel cent. While the mint had returned to copper that year, a few leftover steel planchets from 1943 accidentally got struck with the 1944 design. These coins are so rare that only a handful are known to exist, and when they appear at auctions, they can command prices of $75,000 to over $100,000 depending on condition. Imagine holding what looks like an ordinary penny in your hand, only to discover that it's a steel cent from 1944, one of the most sought-after errors in American coinage history. This is the kind of coin that can transform your financial life overnight, all because of an accidental oversight at the mint during wartime. The rarity doesn't end there, because even the copper 1944 cents can carry incredible value depending on where they were minted and the condition they are in. Coins from Denver and San Francisco with their D and S mint marks are highly collectible, and if you happen to have one in mint state condition with its original luster and no signs of wear, it can easily fetch hundreds or even thousands of dollars. The finest known examples, graded by professional grading services, are sometimes auctioned for several $1,000s, proving that condition is everything in the world of rare coins. A penny that looks ordinary to you might be a treasure in the eyes of a dedicated collector. Error coins from 1944 are also the stuff of legends. Some pennies were struck on foreign planchets intended for coins of other countries, while others display double strikes, off-center strikes, or clipped planchets that make them highly unusual and incredibly valuable. A 1944 cent struck on a dime planchet, for example, is a mistake so rare that collectors are willing to pay shocking amounts just to add it to their collections. Every time one of these unique coins surfaces, it sparks excitement across the numismatic community because these errors are not just mistakes. They are one-of-a-kind artifacts from a turbulent era in American history. The value of a 1944 penny also depends heavily on its condition. Coins that are in circulated condition, worn from years of use, are worth far less than those that have been carefully preserved. A 1944 cent in pristine mint state condition, with a strong strike and gleaming red luster, can sell for hundreds or thousands of dollars. Professional grading services assign grades to coins, and the higher the grade, the higher the value. If you find a 1944 penny in your collection or pocket change that looks nearly flawless, you could be sitting on a small fortune without even realizing it. This is why every collector and treasure hunter checks coins from this year with extra care. What makes the 1944 penny even more exciting is that it often hides in plain sight. Millions of these coins were produced, and while most are common, the rare variations and errors are mixed in among them. That means the next time you look through a jar of old pennies, you might stumble upon one of these rare gems without knowing it. Stories abound of people discovering a 1944 steel cent or a valuable error coin in their change or inherited collections, later selling them for amounts that could pay off debt, buy a car, or even put a down payment on a house. It's the thrill of the hunt that keeps collectors searching. The historical significance of the 1944 penny adds even more to its allure. This was a coin struck during a time of great global conflict, when resources were stretched thin and every ounce of metal mattered. The fact that some coins were struck on leftover steel planchets or foreign blanks is a direct result of the wartime pressures facing the mint. Owning one of these coins is like holding a tangible piece of history, a connection to the sacrifices and struggles of that era. Collectors aren't just buying a rare coin, they're buying a piece of America's wartime story, which makes the value even greater. In today's market, where collectibles and tangible assets are in high demand, the 1944 penny continues to rise in prominence. Auction houses highlight these coins, and every time one sells for record-breaking numbers, it sparks a renewed interest in coin collecting. The rarity, the history, and the life-changing potential of a single penny make it one of the most electrifying coins in the world of numismatics. The demand is so strong that even slightly unusual 1944 pennies can fetch impressive prices, and the truly rare examples are seen as investment-grade treasures. So before you ever think of spending a 1944 penny or tossing it aside as ordinary change, take a closer look, because you might be holding something extraordinary. Whether it's the elusive 1944 steel cent worth over $100,000, a rare mint error worth thousands, or a high-grade copper cent from Denver or San Francisco, your 1944 penny could be the key to a financial breakthrough. Don't underestimate its power, because this is a coin that has proven time and again to change lives overnight. One tiny coin, a simple 1-cent piece, could be your ticket to fortune, history, and an unforgettable discovery that turns pocket change into a priceless treasure.